Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW, and we had some good games on the live stream last night, and I've got 2 or 3 that were good enough, I think, to put on as highlights. And it was nice that Chin was able to make it. He's working a very busy job at the moment, so only had time for a few, but he came out in his Parseval. We picked up GnubGnubbin, wonderful guy by the name of Jason Daniels, who brought out his ZF6, and I decided to bring out a battleship. Now, I didn't realise this at the time because I only pay attention to the ships, not really to the player names, but you can see that there in the Azuma is Metajerk. And I'm kind of glad I didn't realise that, because I know that Metajerk is a pretty phenomenal player. He knows his ships inside out, and he is a cracking machine. Now, because I don't play battleships a lot, I'm going to play very cautiously. And what I'm doing, I know everybody's going, you're backing up at the start, TONIK, what are you doing? Now, the thing is, with battleships, what I found when I play is, obviously, if you're at range, the further something away is, the less your turrets have to turn. And if you've got a long turret traverse, it means you can cover more area. But the trick is to be within range where you can be effective, not all the way at the back of the map, you know, where you're waiting for something to come to you, but in a position where you can be effective against the red team. And I thought that the best place that I can be effective is here beside this little island. Now, I don't know what was going on in this game, whether it was the, hey shit, we've got Metajerk on our team, let's all stick with him, he'll bring us home to a win. But it did seem that the majority of red team came to this side of the map, and they kind of threw themselves into it. Now, the fact that we've got Chin in an aircraft carrier is always a bonus, because he really does love his carriers and he knows how to play them. Sadly, this Karga appears to have made a bit of a mistake and got himself spotted very early in the game, and this is going to prove probably to be the start of the downfall of red team, because they are shortly going to have no carrier to provide them with any support whatsoever. I think the Karga realizes he's made a mistake because he slams on the brakes, and just before my shells land, somebody else picks up that kill. But hey, the carrier is gone. The only other real risk out there, apart from Metajerk of course, is their destroyer. Now, sadly, we lose GnubGnubbin. I might just call him Jason, because GnubGnubbin is a bit of a mouthful every time. Sadly, we lose Jason, who did push in and secure that cap for us. I think it was the Veneto that picked him up. We've got a KGV out there. He's playing with his throttle, and it's quite a long reload on these guns. Again, I don't play battleships a lot, but what I do have is my head switched on to what's going on around me. And although I lose a gun there, I decide that I am going to back up and switch my focus onto the right side of the map. We can see that B cap is now being taken, which means that it's probably the destroyer that's pushed into there. But let's just say that Chin is going to make that destroyer's life a misery, and I don't think he's going to have any real effect on this match whatsoever. But we land a citadel out there on that Amagi, and I was like a bit whoop whoop, you know, got a citadel shot. The dispersion seems to be a bit trolley on this ship at the moment. I am running the Azure Lane New Jersey commander, but we see the Veneto. We know he's got nasty secondaries and rolling smoke, but we get a shot across there. We're backing up still. We haven't used our engine boost, but we drop another citadel on there, and we're going to try and get another turret across there before he disappears behind that rock, but we miss. As I said, my shots seem to be a bit all over the place. So I might have to revisit this build and hopefully, look at something that's got a little bit more accuracy, because yeah, they just seem to be left, right, and everywhere here. But we haven't got anything on a cap yet. Red team have got control of 2 caps. We are just dropping behind on the points. We've lost 2 ships each, but they have lost their carrier. And so I am now going to push, because those guys have overextended down that flank. All these ships here behind me, they all started on B cap, and all 4 of them, well, including the guy that came across from A cap, I think, all 4 of them have kind of run behind, and I'm kind of leading the charge here. And I know that I've got Chin there for backup if things get a little bit hairy. So there we go. There's the Veneto. Let's put some shots on him again, and let's get ready for the next reload. But there we go, plonk through the citadel there. He appears to be ticking out. I see the Bayard off to my front, so I'm going to slam the anchors on again. And I said, I'm looking around, I'm looking for the next target. And even though that guy is burning, we've got to reload up. We're going to put the shots out there onto him and then look for what this Bayard is doing, because yeah, he can sort of get some fires on me. But we break through the 100,000 damage with the Bismarck. We pick up a kill. And I said, Metajerk is out there, and I'm thinking, do I lay it onto him? Because I've seen him play that ship in videos, and I know that he knows what he is doing in it. And so I am very much the lead ship here, and I don't want to be the focus of attention of 3 ships at one time. But there we go, there's a fire. Now, one thing that I've learned playing battleships is do not damage control one fire, especially with all these cruisers out in front of us. But we're trying to get a lock on here, and we're aiming ahead with where we think he might turn. He is having the pressure put on him now, and it seems that as though, as I'm taking most of the fire, that everybody else is feeling a little bit more confident and pushing in. But here we go, we're going to go for a cap. The KGV disappears momentarily, and I think, well, it's capture point time now. I see that fire come in from the right. KGV is spamming HE. If that sets a fire on me, I've got a minute to burn. So we've got to pop that heal. We're being a little bit more aggressive in our play style here. Chin has still got that carrier. Well, he's got the carrier onto A cap and will pick up a solo cap, and he is absolutely hounding Red Team's destroyer. As I said, he was out of the game for pretty much all of it, apart from that cap that he got early on. But we know there's a Hipper hiding down that corner. There is another ship out there. I think it's the Veneto. But we are going to try and assist him and get some shots on. One of the things I need to learn to do a bit better is lead the shots, a little bit better, because I'm not used to the slow flight of battleship shells. Normally my engagements in destroyers are much faster paced. They're up close, they're personal, they're very direct. However, the Hipper goes, that is the risk off my flank. I am into the capture point. The destroyer and Metajerk are left, and I couldn't remember exactly everything that the Azuma had. It's like, has it got torpedoes? Has it not? And I'm thinking, I'm in a bloody great big battleship. I've got 2/3 of my hit points left, and coming round here, can I get a shot? Can I get a shot? There's a fire. We're going to leave that one burning too. We've got all 3 turrets on. But he's turning into us. We get the shots off. Do we get the kill on Metajerk? No, we don't. And what I will say is, Meta, If you did play this one, I don't think you did it live, but if you were thinking, what the hell is this George doing? He doesn't really play very well. He doesn't seem to know really a lot about what he's doing. You're right, I don't, but I try to play as best as I can. But before we get the reload in, the Veneto picks up the kill. We've helped with a cap assist on B cap. We're now going to sail in to C cap, and we're going to get this one turned as well. All the while, Chin is sat there across on A cap on his lonesome, and that poor destroyer is really hating the fact that he's got a carrier player above him that knows exactly what he was doing. But the kill goes in. 129,000 damage, 2 kills, perhaps cheap kills, but we tried our best. We were up front there, and I think it was a good division game. You know, even though we'd lost Jason early on, he still beat 2 of the rest of the team, and I managed to pick myself up 2nd place, which I don't think was too shabby given how little I play high-tier battleships. But I've got more videos coming up for you on the channel over the next few days, so be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to donate, there is a link in the channel description. Stick around, click one of these links, watch another video, and take care out there. Enjoy yourselves. Goodbye.